Senator Tom Cotton, who, boy, he's had some kind of year, he says that America has a problem. He has diagnosed what it is. The problem is we have a major under-incarceration problem in America, and it's getting worse. So in layman's terms, America of all places doesn't lock up enough people, which is weird when you think about it through the lens of the sane. Take a look at these numbers, comparing us to other comparable countries in terms of total numbers of inmates per 100,000 people. There's basically nobody else that's close. It is just insane. And by the way, if you look at world incarceration rates, if every US state were a country, it's really high there too. Like many states, way higher than entire countries. Now, look, you can believe one of two things. You can believe that Americans are just uniquely criminal despite all of our resources and all of that, or we do things differently in terms of criminalizing people and hunting them down and putting them behind bars and keeping them there for as long as possible. I personally think that one is a little bit more likely, but Brett, what do you think?
I think, yeah, I'm not, obviously the state breakdown is gonna be, if it's per capita, state breakdown is gonna be comparable. Arkansas is impressively ahead of the norm. If you're wondering which state is the policiest, but that's your boy Tom Cotton's hometown. We don't do enough.
So Brett, question: the people in Arkansas, maybe Arkansas represent. If you're in the YouTube or Twitch chat and you're in Arkansas right now, let us know. But put away the gun, you criminals, because apparently you are 30 times as criminal as Icelanders. Now I understand Icelanders don't have a lot of time to commit crimes. They're always like soaking in natural hot springs and all that. But I don't think that that's true. I don't think that they're 9 times more criminal than the French. I don't think that they're just about 9 times as criminal as those in UK. All those hooligans. It just obviously is not a supply thing. It's a demand thing, if you get where I'm going with that. But anyway, it is convenient for a Republican senator to imply that we need to be locking up more people, especially considering how they addressed the social movement of last year, the attempt to get our country focused on criminal justice reform, actually with the target of producing justice. Saying that no, we actually don't lock up enough people is convenient for some people.
Yeah, and so I mean, in criminal justice, if you want to have a serious conversation about it, there are different prosecuting, heads of prosecution, whether it be district attorneys or attorneys general or US attorney general, who make decisions like this all the time about how many folks to incarcerate. And there are a lot of conflicting approaches to it, many of which are dependent on what, I mean, there's a lot of conversation to be had about folks who are just chasing stats, so they're lowering the incarceration rates, folks that actually want to fund things that solve it, disingenuous politicians, genuine activists, money in politics, it all comes together, legacy of racism. But if you say legacy of racism, automatically Tom Cotton and his group are gonna be like, oh, it's always racist. It's like, here's stats about disproportionate incarceration rates. Stop it, you said racist. This is where I get to go, why is it always racist? Instead of defending myself and explaining why it's not racist, I just wanna say, you're calling me racist too much. But it is, I will say he's right that there's been a spike in violent crime during coronavirus, right? And why has that happened? A bunch of reasons. A bunch of reasons about violent crime is one, there's no money anywhere. We have essentially created a situation where despite giving $1,400 every 2, cycles of maybe when we need it, like way less than anyone needs it, we have essentially cut off the lower classes from everything in America. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening in the economy, but like below a certain level, you're on your own. So all the areas where the income is around there is no money. So what spikes? Robberies, gang violence, and then there's also, I mean, people are wearing masks. I've talked to people in law enforcement who said, well, people are wearing masks, so they think they can get away with it. I was at a supermarket where people were wearing masks and stole stuff because they knew they wouldn't get caught. Like, that's it. And what are we gonna do? Say not wear masks during a pandemic? We have to.
Police put that out there because they will start saying that. Specifically, we want people to not wear masks.
But the thing, what I'm trying to drive at is there are serious conversations to have, honest, genuine conversations to be had that are reasonable and where we can, cross-reference risk of one policy with risk of another policy and come up with a series of policies that mitigate the most risks while not like opening everyone up to dying of coronavirus. They just don't want to have that conversation. And that's what's so frustrating about stuff like this. And since it's Twitter and Tom Cotton just got done taxidermying a bunch of animals, which is what it seems like he probably does in his spare time because he is Anthony Perkins in the movie Psycho. Like this dude, it goes a little mad sometimes and writes tweets like, it's only getting worse. There's not enough people in jail. That's not the solution for the problem you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's also potentially the cause of another problem because it's bad in general to throw more people in prison. We have seen over the past year that at this particular time, lots of people being in prison is a particularly bad idea.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.